Welcome back, my friends, to the finale of the Lumberjack Saga Season 2. We have come so far. Last episode, we purchased every single forestry property in the game, and today, we're going to finish it out by making $10 million. By the end of this episode, we're going to have 10 million big ones in the bank. Ooh, boy, am I excited for this, but it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work, guys. There's no doubt about that. Now, I believe we have plenty of trees available to us to get our goal accomplished, but I think we're going to need to scale up a little bit more before we can reasonably do that without having to kill ourselves and refill our sawmills over and over and over multiple times before we hit our goals. So here's my plan for this episode. I need to establish 2 more sawmills. I believe with 4 sawmills cranking out planks long, that is going to help us hit our goal much easier than if we weren't to do that at all. So we have this space right here. So you can see this is all cleared out. I want to stack 2 more sawmills. One here, right at the edge. Another one right there. I think with those 2 filled, with our main sawmill filled, our secondary sawmill filled over there, that's going to give us enough planks long production to just really get us over the hump. And hopefully get it to where our productions can remain snappy, constant, and moving forward. And who knows, maybe we can even activate some wood beam action going on. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. We got a lot of wood to work with here, and by the end of today's episode, well, it's probably all gonna be burnt through and used. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But we need to first of all get this bad boy filled up, because if you remember last episode, let's take a look at our productions here. We basically went through everything, every little bit of treeage that we had, we went through, we burned through it, and we got to refill everything. We're going to need about 600,000 in order to get our 2 other sawmills down here. And then, then we can working towards doing our final fill, getting everything up and running. And don't forget, guys, we have a ton of wood chips available to us. Look here, just one sawmill, 71,000 wood chips, and that's not even counting all the wood chips that are stacked up outside in the production area. How about this sawmill? 62,000. Our cooper, 35,000. Our second coop, 120,000. Jeez Louise, man. We got wood chips out the wazoo. Maybe we need to redo things here and do a big wood chip sale. Let's look at wood chip prices real quick, see where we're at. Whoa, we're very close to maximum here. I think maybe next month we can go ahead and do a big old wood chip sale, and that might get us enough for our sawmills, and we won't have to burn through any wood to get our sawmills because we already have the wood chips available to us. Woo, okay. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Regardless, we need to fill this sawmill and our other sawmill way over there, plus our paper factory. The firewood, I'm not going to concentrate too heavily on the firewood, because when we used it last episode, it burned through the wood we put in it so fast. I really don't think that it made a dent in our money production. So yeah, we're kind of just going to leave that one by the wayside and call it a failed endeavor. But we already know our coopers, our carpentries, our paper factories, those are golden. Those are golden. Those are our main productions right now. And you know what? Maybe we'll even set up a secondary paper factory. I don't know. Those are really good money makers, and we could definitely use that to haul in some extra income. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get started, and I'm mainly going to focus on these trees over here. We haven't touched these so far. They have been here for a long time. How much wood is in this thing? 24,000. Okay, it just looked bigger for some reason. I don't know why. 24,000 wood per tree over there really equals about 20,000 after we cut it down. These trees, I'm mainly going to leave to fill our sawmills over here once we get those set up. And let's just take a quick count. Let's see what we got here. How many per row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 per row. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. We got about 30 trees here. give or take, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, I don't know. Over here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, maybe another 24 here, probably a little bit less. I don't think each row had 6 trees in it, but we got some other trees hanging about that have tons and tons of wood for us to use. So we've got the wood, ladies and gentlemen. We have it all ready to go, and we're going to put it to good use today. So I am going to start cutting over here, filling over there. We're going to hop over to our other sawmill, do a little bit of filling over there, and then we'll see where things shake out. Right, there is our 5 trees all cut down, ready to get hauled into our sawmill over here. So I'm going to hop into the forwarder now and just do some dragging up and down this hill, a couple trips, and then we'll be ready to move on to our second sawmill. Alright, last tree for sawmill 1 is now in. We got just under 110,000 liters of wood in there, so that's pretty good in my book. I like to get over 100 at least when I'm doing filling jobs like this. So we're going to head over to our second sawmill now. And if you guys remember, we actually planted a whole bunch of mighty oak trees over there as well. So we should have plenty of wood ready to go for easy loading. And can I cut through here, I wonder? Ew, that's pretty dense forest. I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to stick to the road. Sorry, buddy. I'm going to cut across your field here. No harm, no foul. Yeah, but I'm going to take this road all the way to our other sawmill, and we'll get loading over there. Sawmill number 2. Here we are, and look at those oak trees ready to go. Oh, man. This is going to be so much easier now. Previously, we always had to, like, search and cut down trees as we found them and haul them over from, like, you know, not very close areas. But now, man, we're just ready to go. We got trees on demand, trees on tap. It's such a beautiful thing. I'm going to start cutting. We're going to get at least 5 trees cut and inside this sawmill before we move on. All right, we got our 5 trees loaded in, and I think I'm just going to winch the trees over. I'm not even going to bother, like, picking them up. Look how simple that is, guys. All I got to do is rope them up and winch them over. It takes, like, seconds. This is such a big improvement to this sawmill here compared to what we were doing. But it was all necessary because we did have to clear out all this space in order to even make room for, you know, this big grove of oak trees. Which, are you going to get in there? Where are you going, man? Come on, get in the zone. Here we go. Tree number 2. We got 3 more to go. Right? We do have 3 more to go, I believe. 1. Yes, we do. Okay. I got worried there for a second. I thought, did I not cut them all down? No, we absolutely cut them all down. Could not make a mistake like that. Are we hauling? There we go. There we go. All right. I'm going to finish up these last 3. Get them in here. That'll put us over 100,000 on this sawmill. And then it's on to the challenging paper factory. That's going to be the one challenge. Now that it's very easy to get these... What's going on here? Am I not... There we go. Oh, I guess I was a little too far away from the winch there. Yeah, like I was saying, our paper factory, that's really the only challenging one to fill up now. The rest are all easy breezy, take with, you know, minutes. The longest thing to do is to actually cut down the trees. So, all right, I'm going to get to work hauling the rest of these over, and then we'll move on over to the paper factory. Okay, the paper factory, here we are, and let's just get a look around here. What do we have that I can just easily stuff in there? Let's see. Right off the bat, I'm not seeing anything. I mean, I got a big tree there, but overall, a lot of small trees. So we're going to have to do a bit more cutting and working for this one, I think. Okay, I'm going to start targeting some trees. I'm going to get to hauling. We're going to fill this guy up regardless. Doesn't matter how long it takes. We got to do it. It's going to get done. Let's get to work. All right, that's pretty good. Paper factory is full. And, you know, I'm looking at this whole wide area we have right here, and I'm thinking to myself, why don't I do a favor to my future self and plant a whole batch load of oak trees here? Because it's inevitable that we are going to need to refill this paper factory before all is said and done. And if we have a whole boatload of oak trees fully grown right here, ready to go, that's just going to make it way, way easier on ourselves. So I'm going to go grab our planter and we are going to plant a whole bunch of oak trees over there. Ooh, very sketchy terrain right here. Maybe I shouldn't have come this way. Ooh, I almost drove right into this pond. That would have been not very good. Okay, woo, made it out of there. I believe our planter is going to be right over here on the road. Oh, there it is, but we don't have a tractor to do anything with it. Urgh. All right, I'm going to have to go find a tractor. All right, we have the trusty John Deere over at the sawmill, so we swapped out for this bad boy, which is, geez, almost as big as our forwarder. Wow, didn't realize that. We're going to go take this and get the rest of our work accomplished with it. All right, we are back, and I'm ready to start planting. Let's do this. Okay, we got a whole batch load of trees planted over there, so hopefully we will not have to rely on these like wild trees moving forward for our paper factory here. Okay, well, that is basically it, so let's head on back, go take a nice long nap, see where things shake out. Okay, it's now January. Profits have already started to roll in. Let's take a look here. Yep. We're going through some stuff. Sawmills are slowly emptying. So we're down about 20,000 wood since we filled everything up. Same, you know, almost the same here. And everything's producing, but it's not producing at full capacity because we are not making enough planks long to feed everything as efficiently as possible. So before we move forward any further, it is wood chip selling season. So let's look at the prices of wood chips real quick. See where we're at. 1,600 roundabouts. Let's find the best place. Let's see. It's looking like, as usual, it's going to be the animal dealer. So we know where that is. That's not an issue. I am going to just go crazy here on the wood chips. I'm going to load up every single wood chip I can find and just go do massive, massive deliveries. 'Tis the season, so we need to get them all out of here, finally convert them into cash. I don't know how much it's going to be worth, but we're going to find out. Hopefully a boatload, and yeah, we'll see where that gets us. If it gets us enough to get both of our sawmills up and running, that would be perfect. So that's what I'm aiming for. So I am already on the third dump. I did not realize how many wood chips were sitting inside of our Cobra wood chipper. Jeez Louise, I don't know. We might even keep filling here. I didn't realize we had wood chipped that many trees, but I guess we had. Oh, there we go. We're at the end of the line there. I was about to say, man, jeez Louise. Okay, well, we're at 547 plus a little extra here. I got a lot more trips to go, though. We got tons and tons of wood chips still stored in our other areas, so I am going to keep on hauling, and we'll see what we get here at the end. All right, I have discovered something here. I'm not sure if this is a bug or what, but you can fill up the Cobra as if it were a trailer. I don't know, and it just holds a ton. Like, I just emptied that whole Cooper into our Cobra, and then we have a full trailer on the bedside. I don't know. I don't know why it does that. Is it supposed to, is the game supposed to treat the Cobra as if it's a trailer that you can fill? Well, it certainly does, because I just did it, so I don't know. Okay. Well, listen, that's how we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, you know? If I can, I'm gonna do it. So, hey, all right, I got a whole bunch of wood chips in here now that I'm gonna haul on over, and we're gonna go ahead and dump. This should easily put us over our 600,000. Okay, we just did one dump, and I want to try something out here. So as soon as this trailer is lowered, I'm gonna detach it. I want to see if I can empty directly from the Cobra into the like the area here. So let's go ahead, open our pipe up. Nope, it's not looking like it. Right? I don't get any, oh. Nope, okay, yeah. So I have to do it through a trailer. You can't actually unload with the Cobra itself. Good to know, good to know. Okay, wood chips are officially done. Just working on getting out here. Okay, there we go. Yes, and we have over $1 million in the bank now. Beautiful, love to see it. So that is going to be more than enough money in order to get our sawmills plopped down that we need. So we got to get back to the main sawmill and set up our two, like you know, secondary or third or tertiary. I don't even know what to call them at this point. Our third and fourth sawmills. That's what we got to go set up. So let's go do that. All right, here we are. Moment of truth. Well, not really moment of truth, because we kind of know what we're about to do. Let's hop out. Let me get like a good vantage point somewhere. Let's see, maybe I'll hop up here. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Not really that great of a vantage point, but it'll do. It'll do. Let's get to our sawmill. There we go. Ooh, okay, perfect. I was actually a little worried. I was like, is there going to be enough room? There's plenty of room. Absolutely plenty of room. Overlaps with another object. What other object are you overlapping with? Okay, I'm not sure, so we're just going to turn free mode on. We're going to do it that way. So this is sawmill number 1, and in fact, we'll do it right there. And then number 2. Man, do we, you know, I'm really tempted to actually go for 3 here. Got enough for 3. We're doing it. We're going with 3. 3. Okay. I don't care. I'm doing it. We need it. We need all these sawmills at this point. Oh boy, the amount of wood chips that is going to be coming out of here, going to be incredible. So let's quickly go through. Yeah, that's plenty of room. I was looking here for a second, like, did I leave enough room? Yes, I left enough room. We're good. We are good. All right, let's manage this. Let's go through. Let's get our planks long activated, and we want that set to not selling. Relax there, buddy. Distributing. Well, don't want to deactivate that, but I want to set all these to the correct solutions here before we move forward. Planks long, activate. Distributing, everything else on selling. All right, we are now officially in business here. Whoa, it's got so loud. As soon as you activate that thing, the saw blades start turning. Everything starts going crazy. Okay, so we got to fill 3 of these up. Okay, I got a bunch of trees to cut down. I got a lot of business to get to here. So I'm going to get started on this. And then, yeah, we'll come back when all these are full to the brim. I basically want to fill everything up to like top level before we start our hibernation cycle here. So, all right, I'm gonna get it done. Ooh, okay, so that is all 5 of our sawmills completely full here. I actually went through, I did our 3 new sawmills. I got 6 trees in each of those. And then our 2 pre-existing sawmills, I actually went back and I put 2 additional trees in each of those. So now they should be completely packed. They have like 130,000 liters of wood in each of the pre-existing ones. This one, actually, I brought the John Deere over here thinking I could use the winch on those big trees. Can't. So, yeah, I had to just push them into the zone, which was a little more work, but got it done regardless. So I'm actually going to leave the John Deere over here, and I'm just going to use like the CV as like a ferry to go in between the two, because it takes much longer to drive the John Deere over here than it does just the CV International truck. So, yep. All right, we're going to head back. We are going to take a little bit of a nap. Now, I don't know how much this first initial push is actually going to get us. I don't want to say it's not going to get us the 10 million, because there is always that possibility. But I do have to be prepared to basically go through and refill everything if the need arises in order to do that. Driving all over the road here. So yeah, that is always a distinct possibility. But let's just look real quick. Bam. Look at this massive list of productions we've got here. And do we have, all right, we already got some planks long going into there. Everything is kind of just starting out on its little journey here. All right, well, we're gonna sleep like a month or two, and then I want to check back on the progress and just see how things are moving forward, and if they're, you know, progressing nicely, if the progress is progressing. Yes. All right. So, yep, let's sleep. Let's check it out. Ooh, okay. So, good morning, first off. And second off, quite a bit of time has passed. We got 2 million in the bank. So, we did very, very well. Now, let me show you our productions here. Sawmills, empty, but we've actually started to create a surplus of planks long in some of our sawmills. Now, not all of them. We still have 3 that are completely drained on wood and planks long, but if we look at our carpentries and our coopers, they are stuffed to the brim with planks long, man. They're gonna be able to operate for quite some time, essentially. Now, we do have to go through and do a quick refill. Oh my goodness. Yeah, quick refill on all of our sawmills here. And actually, cutting down the trees takes the longest amount of time on these like projects here. Yeah, that is like the big time sink here. So I got to go through, I got to cut all these trees down, and it's 6 trees per sawmill. So it's 6, 12, 18, 24 for this area over here to refill all these sawmills, and then another 6 over at our other sawmill too. And that may, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many do we got here? 6, 12. Well, we've still got a good amount of trees here, so I'm not worried about this particular run through, but there may hit a point where we are running low on wood. Hopefully that's not the case, but we'll see. I'm going to start cutting and refilling everything, and then we will get back to money making. Okay, guys, so a ton of work was just done. Oh boy, a whole lot of work. So as you can see, I cut down a ton of trees from over here, stuffed them into this sawmill, and I also came here and I stuffed all these sawmills full of trees. And as a bonus, I actually went through and I cut down every single oak tree that was over here. I didn't quite do all those over there, but I did start. It looks like we got like 2 down. I also went over to the paper factory, did a little refill over there. So the oak trees that we planted on the paper factory land weren't quite grown yet, so it was a bit of a pain because I had to go around, look for more trees again, stuff them in there, but we got everything back up to capacity, and it took a long time. You know, the longest part of this whole process, guys, just cutting down the trees. It takes so long to cut down an oak tree. Yeah, you multiply that by like 50 or 60, It's crazy. It takes a long time, but we're filled up, back to capacity, ready to go. Oh man, I think we're close, guys. I think we're getting very close, if I have to be honest. With the amount of planks long that we have stacked up and the amount that I just added to our planks long production, I think we're getting super close. I don't know, but we're gonna find out here shortly. All right, we're gonna do this. Let's see what happens. Okay, guys, some more time has passed, and I'm actually just going to do a quick refill on the paper factory, because out of all our sawmills and everything, that's the only one that's completely empty. It's actually quite curious. So the way the sawmills seem to be operating is it does not pull from every sawmill at the same rate. It seems like the ones on top distribute their planks long first, and then the ones on the bottom seem to just be stockpiling theirs. So I'm not going to refill any sawmills again until they're all completely distributed and emptied out, because otherwise we're going to get like some major imbalances going, and it's going to be weird. So the only thing I'm refilling right now is the paper factory, and great news is our trees are grown. I've got some chopped down ready to go. I just had to grab the forwarder to actually get them in. So that's our next step, and then we can go ahead and keep going. Okay, paper factory is full, heading back now. I'm ready for a big push here, guys. I think that we are just gonna go until we're completely empty and see where it gets us. If it gets us the 10, awesome. If it doesn't, we'll keep going. But it's time for a big push here. Good morning, and guys, we have done it. Look at the money, 10,152,728. Oh my goodness, guys. You don't even know the amount of work I put in. So between the last time you saw it, between now, I did have to fill one more time completely, and just look at our field here. Completely devoid of trees. Where we once had a lush oak garden, it is now completely empty. We used every single tree. We almost used every single tree over here too. We have 4 left, maybe 5. Oh boy. And guys, I actually discovered something that I did not know. So we were pushing our coopers so hard that they filled up with wood chips completely. And I don't know if you know this, but when a cooper fills up with wood chips, yeah, it stops producing. I didn't know what was going on, because all of a sudden the monthly production dropped like tremendously. I was like, whoa. And then finally I looked at my cooper and they were completely full with wood chips. So I had to go take the Cobra, pick up wood chips, 400,000 liters of wood chips to be exact, and I had to go and sell those. So as much as it was a pain in the butt, it did bring in a tidy profit, about, I want to say like $600,000 or so, but all the rest came from our productions, our wood, our cooper, our carpentry, our paper factory. MVP over there. My goodness, guys. Whoa. What a journey. Remember, we came here with our CV International truck and our... Where are you, Kubota? Get over here. It's around here somewhere, but we came with our CV truck and our Kubota skid steer. I'm getting delirious, guys. This has been days of recording and doing this. It's absolutely insane, but we finally achieved our goal of owning every forestry property on the map and having 10 million in the bank. Unbelievable. Where do we go from here? Guys, leave in the comments down below. Do you want to see me keep playing this map, keep going along, or would you rather see a season 3 in a whole new location? And there are some really good maps out there that we can consider if that is the case. So please Leave it in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. But guys, thank you so much for coming on the ride with me and having this experience. This was so different from season 1. You would think the productions would make it easier, but no, I don't think it did at all. I think it made it slightly harder, in fact, because you did all the work to fill them up, but you don't get the instant gratification of the money right away. You have to wait for it. So it made things difficult, but I can only think of the millions of liters of trees that we've gone through here, between the oaks, between our initial clear out of here, our clear out of there, our clear out in the forest, our plants. It just goes on and on. But guys, it was a ton of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of our videos that are coming out in the future. As always, have yourself a beautiful day, and I will see you on the next one.